You've had a bumper crop of tomatoes. What are you going to do with them? Thanks to Mum, she's given us a bloody great box of tomatoes. So in today's video, we're going to knock up a little bit of a tomato chutney. For this, you're going to need a big pan with a big spoon, mustard seeds, a kilo of tomatoes, 300 grams of sultanas, 200 grams of brown sugar, 450 grams of onions, 2 apples, peeled, cored, chopped up, 2 cloves of garlic and a thumb-sized piece of ginger, 2 or 3 cloves, these little things, and this is optional, but knowing us, we've got some chilies in there. That's Trinidad scorpion and 2 Moruga scorpions. It's going to be spicy. And some mustard seeds. So all we're going to do, and 600 millilitres of malt vinegar. Basically, all the ingredients go in the pan. We're going to put half the vinegar in. We're going to put that on the stove, let that simmer, let the sugar dissolve. Do that for 30 minutes. And then we'll tip the rest of the vinegar in, let it simmer for about 40 minutes until it gets to the consistency that you want it. So let's crack on. So it's quite straightforward. A kilo of tomatoes chopped up in the pan. ,300 grams of sultanas in the pan. 450 grams of chopped onion. In the pan. 2 apples, peeled, cored, chopped up in the pan. ,200 grams of brown sugar, muscovado sugar. It asks for light, but this is what we've got. So that's going in. Two cloves of garlic and a thumb-sized piece of ginger, all chopped up. That's going in. It asked for 2 to 3 cloves, so I've put 3, so they're just tiny little things, look. Anyway, they're going in. Our optional favourite chilies. If you're going to use super hot chilies, just make sure that you like them because they are super hot. And I've got 3 in here. So that's going in. And we're going to want 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds. I didn't put this in a nice little dish, so you'll have to excuse the crassness of the Tupperware pot. 2 of those. Now we've got 600 millilitres of vinegar here. We're going to want to put half of it in now, so we'll do that, but this doesn't pour very nicely, so a little bit more. Right, a touch more. So there you go, that's all in there. I'm just going to give it a good stir, get it all mixed in. So now we're going to go and get this over on the stove, let it warm up gently, and let it simmer until all the sugar's dissolved in there. I can't even see the liquid at the bottom now. Oh, I can. But and then when that's been simmering away for about half hour, we'll tip the rest of the vinegar in, and we'll see you over on the stove. So we're on the stove. I've just fired it up. That's going to simmer now nicely. We'll just keep an eye on it, keep stirring it every now and again. Don't let it get stuck on the bottom. That can sit there for half an hour. So we'll be back with you shortly. It's been going for half hour, 40 minutes now. It's bibbling away quite nicely. I've got it set on minimum. So now I'm going to add the other 300 ml of vinegar, and we're going to put in just a little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. So let's crack on with that. Lid's getting quite hot. Vinegar. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. And now we're going to leave that bibbling away for about another 40 minutes. If it doesn't thicken up to the consistency you want it, just leave it going for about another 10 or 15 minutes. So we'll leave that doing, and we'll see you back over on the table when we're jarring it up. So here we are back on the table. We've got our chutney still piping hot, and we've got all our jars. Tina's kindly sterilised these for us. I'm going to have to do that. There's loads of videos on YouTube of how to sterilise your jars. They're all done, lids are done. So we're going to get the old ladle and start ladling them up. What I might do, because this is where I make a lot of mess.
Why don't you get your tub and you can lift them up with the jars?
Good idea. Tina's come up with a cunning plan.
Make sure it's the right hand.
I have my asbestos glove.
Jump in the grace. Is that what she does?
So now we can hold the jars without burning our fingers. Of course, I've just put too much in that one, haven't I? Like a bloody pillock. last jar should do it. Taste test. I can taste the chilli. Oh, you bugger. That's gonna be nice when that's done. So what I'm gonna do now is just put the lids on. Make sure they're all settled down. I don't think I've got any on the threads, but I better just wipe them anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wipe around the top of the jars to stop any, that's where the mould's going to occur if you're going to get any. You shouldn't do, if it's clean and you've sterilised your jars, but if you get a bit of excess around the top on the threads, you will get a little bit of mould appearing. So just go around, wipe off any spillages. That, as they say, is that. So now, let's put the lid on. So there we have it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 jars of spicy tomato chutney. It has got a little bit of a kick to it. I've just tried a little bit out there. I think it's going to be rather. I put them in little jars because once they're open, you've got to eat them up sort of within a couple of weeks. Now they're jarred up, they'll last 6 months, maybe more. It's got the vinegar in there, so it should preserve it nicely. Also put them in small jars because you can give them away as gifts. There you go, Christmas is coming, there's a good idea. Homemade chutney. So now I'm just going to let them cool down. That'll seal the lids as it cools down, and then we can put them. Where are we storing them, Tina? In the cellar? Oh, they're going to go down in the dungeon. There is one that's only got half.
Was that all 12 jars?
Yeah, well, 12 and a half.
That was good. 11 and a half.
Yeah, 11 and a half. Sorry, maths isn't my strong point.
You said it.
So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did.
See one?
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah. I did tell you before.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Apparently, we turn them upside down, and the heat of that then seals the jars. So I've been reliably informed by my supervisor behind you. So yeah, if you've got a bit of a glut of tomatoes or anything like that, get making. Like you say, ideal for Christmas presents. Christmas is coming. Oh yes. So please click the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and from me and the Hobbit, sat there with our hands in a head. No, head in a hands.
Oh, gee.
It's bye for now.